Hey, how you doing? Wow, what can I say? What a couple of weeks that was. Well, I've just, I'm a bit sad actually because my son's just gone home after being here for a couple of weeks. My eldest, Harvey, 16 now and growing up to be a little man. And he went back home last night, but we had an amazing couple of weeks together, which was, it was great just to be together after such a while apart. But what happened in those 2 weeks? Wow. First of all, for anyone who's aware of my last video, I was talking about the Fête de la Musique. Well, we played the Fête de la Musique on the roof of the Gaff in Antibes, and it was quite amazing. Quite amazing. In fact, I'd go so far as to say that it was the best gig I've ever been a part of. There was just something magical. I don't know, there wasn't thousands of people there. I played gigs to more people. I played gigs on bigger stages. But there's something about the Fête de la Musique, the Festival of Music, which is unique. And to play it in such a place, and I think it's got something to do with the fact that I really wanted this to happen for so long, and eventually it did happen. And yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. And there's something else about the place where we played. We play on the roof of the Gaff. But opposite there was buildings. To the left there's buildings. It's just, and it did something to the sound, and the sound was incredible. And I'm not just saying that. And ask anyone who was there. It really was an incredible sound. And so yeah, thanks to everybody who came on that day, made it special. And it just, yeah, thanks for everyone who's sent us little videos. And we have got somebody, a friend of ours, Tracy, who did tapes of entire songs. We haven't seen any of that footage yet, but we will try and get that sorted and put it onto YouTube if possible. Um, and since that was 2 weeks ago actually. I meant to do a video straight after, but I've been so busy with having a family here, and I just didn't get around to it. But we've done some gigs at the Gaff. What else have we done? Well, the last 2 nights and tonight as well, we're at Rascasse in Monte Carlo. And we're just banging on doing our usual circuit of gigs in the summer. One thing that's changed a bit this year is there's not so many people with dosh. So we've not done so many private gigs. This just means we're playing in the bars more. But that's where I like to play anyway, so I pretty much prefer that. And yeah, just having a great time basically in the bars. We haven't got anything extraordinary coming up. Just more gigs and more gigs. Check out the gig guide on our website, theblahblahs.net, and you will see it all. We have got one special gig coming up. Yeah, it's for the 14th of July, which is another one of those special days because it's actually Bastille Day in France, and we can basically get away with playing outside at our favourite campsite, which we're not allowed normally to do because of the owners and the trouble that we've had there over several years. And that's never changed. So we're looking forward to that, playing outside at our fave campsite, which is on the 14th of July. We're doing the rounds at the Gaff and the Rascasse as per usual. And we're flying at the moment. I've got to say, the band's really on form. It's quite amazing actually. They really are flying. And this time of year I normally have a few problems with my voice, but I'm not going to touch wood because I'm not superstitious, but it's very powerful at the moment. And yeah, screaming like a bastard basically. Like I say, I'm off in a bit to Monte Carlo. So if you're over there, and it's been a bit wild over there because I've got the Tour de France is starting there for the first time ever, and so it's been a bit crazy. But we are still playing at the Rascasse tonight, no matter what. So if you fancy it, come down, and I'll see you there. Just oh yeah, another thing. This is nothing to do with blah blah or anything. It's just to do with a mate of mine, Sean, who did write the songs that we've been working on for the last year to try and get to do into an album. Has just had one of his songs released on the new Metallica Guitar Hero, and it's a song called "Am I Evil," which is his big hit, and it's sort of inspired Metallica, that song alone, to form and to adopt their style. So all you budding guitar heroes out there, check it out, see how well you do, and those lovely royalties roll in for my mate Sean. Good on you, Sean. Nothing else to say except a big thank you to Seb Gastaldi, who did the sound at the Fête de Musique. Top job as usual, and also to everyone who played: Chris Moore, Mikey Gray, Melissa, and our very own George. Just thanks everyone who came and took part in that. It was just a fantastic day, and I'll never forget it as long as I live. And it really was something special, and we shall be doing it next year too. So if you didn't come this year, believe me, it's well worth it. And we drunk the bar dry by 9:15. That's some going. So I'll just say bye-bye and have a great weekend at the end of it, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.